Okay, we are back. One Piece chapter 1006 is out, and per usual, this is where we go where I give you a breakdown of the chapter or just a quick discussion in regards to what happened. We don't get way too analytical or critical because, these are not the official translations. After we get those, then we can get a bit deeper on Sunday when that comes out. But in the meantime, we were in for a treat this week, a very good chapter this week, right? And we had some amazing things happen by certain characters that I was really impressed with. But before we continue, if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. You may be watching, right? You may have watched last week and the week before that and haven't realized that you have not subscribed. Now is the time to go click that subscribe button, drop a like, and sit back and relax, and let's talk about One Piece chapter 1006. Okay, I gotta say, I'm probably not the only person that was surprised that Momonosuke was not literally hanging from Yamato's bosom, or rather her titties, right? I'm surprised he wasn't just hanging and holding on to them things, just dangling, right? I'm really surprised he's kind of on her back, just her side kind of, which makes sense, right? To conceal him better, because if he's just there, you can tell that there's, a kid just hanging on her, right? So that was better. That was a lot better. So Momonosuke, they figured out exactly where he is, and now they're tracking him. After that, they received another transmission, specifically Sanji, and this transmission is saying where Momonosuke is. And so Sanji asked, a random individual like, hey, where is this place? And basically they're on the opposite ends of each other. So now Sanji, he's faced with a situation. Where does he go? Does he go to Momonosuke and Yamato and Shinobu? Because he has never met Yamato. He has no idea who Master Yamato is. So he's like, okay, is this somebody we can trust? As opposed to go to where the scabbards are, where someone is heading there to take care of the scabbards. They need his help. Who is needed more? Where is Sanji needed more? And you know what? Like, seeing Sanji in this position where he's gonna have to go off on his own, right? And make a decision in regards to helping this war. That's what I want from Sanji. That's what I expect from him. Yeah, it was a lot of conversation in regards to things he did in the last chapter and how he should have done them better. Character development, all these different things. It was like, I don't care about all that. It happened. Now is the time to move on. Where does Sanji go? Now, here's the thing. I think the logical thing here is to go to the scabbards. They need your help. Jack is on the way there. But will Oden miss his chance to have Sanji gag it up where he sees Yamato and he loses his mind? I don't know. Hopefully that does not happen and Sanji goes to where the scabbards are as we expected. Now, we saw Onigashima floating, and this is something that some people might have missed. I mean, I missed it initially, my chat reminded me. Thanks, chat. Onigashima, based on where it is, we see a mountain that's in the middle of Wano. So therefore, we're already over Wano. So we're on the way to the capital. So we're very close to where Kaido should be dropping this island. What is going to happen? How are they going to stop Kaido from dropping this island? There's a lot of theories floating around, obviously, with Momonosuke aging, right? Yamato doing something, but we don't know what Yamato's devil fruit is, but we have to wait and see. We'll talk more about that on Sunday, but just to let you guys know, give you an update, we're close. I've been talking about this moment for a while. Not this moment, but the situation specifically. This scene with Wanda, Carrot, and Perospero. Now, initially, I thought Wanda and Carrot were out of their minds to challenge Perospero based on where I thought he was in regards to strength, but it seems like they were holding their own because of the Sulong form. Once that ran out, Perospero, he took control. He even said, hey, you know what? That was a close call. If the moonlight didn't run out, then you guys would have won, which shows, the difference in strength there and just how much of a boost Sulong is. But Perospero, what I really liked here was the dialogue, and we gotta, clap it up for Perospero. He's been a very competent soldier for Big Mom. He's done several things even from Whole Cake Island. Up until this point, he's the only Big Mom pirate that's even close to the action. And he's talking to Carrot saying, hey, listen, you invaded our territory, right? And at this point, if you don't want to mourn any of your friends, just leave. Where he could have killed her and ended it right there. He's saying, you're not worth that, right? Just leave. Go chew on some grass or something. And I really like that dialogue because everything he was spitting was pure, absolute facts. Carrot cannot hang with Perospero. She cannot do it. Even in Sulong form, I think if she was by herself, she can't beat Perospero. So he's telling her, you want to avenge Pedro, you're trying to do all these things. You're not ready. You're a kid. Just go back where you came from, or you will be mourning more of your friends. And also Perospero talked about the alliance, where he's like, you know what, I don't agree with it now, but I have to teach these upstarts, the supernova, that they cannot just mess with an emperor the way they did. So he's going to go and help in some way. Apu's still up. We'll talk more about Apu Sunday. I think we got to give Apu some credit to still actually be up after being beaten by pretty much everyone on our side, the alliance, and he's still up and fighting. We saw X Drake here, and they're asking X Drake, why did he switch? And we saw Hyogoro the flower. Now, it's interesting what happened to Hyogoro. I'm gonna try to break it down really quickly, what I think is going on here. So for Hyogoro, he's on the brink of death because of the virus, the ice virus is, slowly but surely taking over his body. So based on that, it's brought out his dormant strength. So he's saying in exchange for his life force, he's gained his prime self. So essentially, Hyogoro should die after all this is done. However, he's telling them, hey, if by the end of it, I'm about to be taken over, you need to kill me or I will slay everyone in this hall. But for right now, Hyogoro, on the brink of death, brought him back to his prime self, and he's basically fighting with the others. Hote, an absolute disappointment, got one shot by Hyogoro. Again, Hyogoro, he's the strongest Yakuza boss in history. And he said something that was really cool that I really liked when he talked about Oden. And he said if they went and challenged Kaido back then in his prime, what would have happened, right? And that's something Kaido even acknowledged back then, that if they had fought, he's like, you know what, we're not sure how it would have went. You guys would have had a great chance. Meaning if Oden, once he initially came back to Wano, if he had challenged Kaido, with the people and the forces he had, of course, with Hyogoro, they would have had a great chance to defeat Kaido. So that was really cool. What I liked as well was Hyogoro acknowledging that, a lot of great things had happened, because of Kinemon and the Scabbers, and of course, him finding himself a protege in Luffy. So that was really cool because now it's building his possible death, that he's reflecting and saying, you know what, I'm okay with the way things are right now. I did my part. I lived my life. It's my time. Now, the major part of the chapter, because I've been going on too long now, is Marco versus King and Queen. And Marco, I think, was super impressive. Okay. I've always been someone that's championed Marco. I made a couple videos on Marco talking about how we underestimate him and how he should be valued and how he's stronger than we think. And this is proving Marco is a lot more stronger than we think. Now, King and Queen aren't over. A lot of people are killing Queen and saying, or killing King rather, saying King is trash. I was joking in my live reaction saying King is trash. I understand how these things go. I said, based on how Marco looks right now, there is a valid argument or side to say Oda is hyping Marco up right now because he's going to take a devastating L later. People are saying Perospero is right there as well. He could capture Marco, and Marco could be the tragedy of this act. I'm not ready to go there yet, but Marco looks impressive. Again, we'll get deeper into everything he did on Sunday, but so far, Marco looks amazing, fighting King and Queen by himself, and it seems like they've been fighting for a while, so we gotta give Marco his props. So yeah, like I mentioned with Hyogoro, the chapter ends off with him basically, saying he has no regrets and he's lived his life, and it seems like Hyogoro is about to die, but I'm gonna ask you guys the same thing I asked the chat when we were live. Do you guys honestly think Hyogoro is going to die? Personally, it looks like he is. Everything is set up for him to die. He has nothing else left to do. He's done all he can. He's gotten to the point where he's on the brink of death. He's gotten to his prime. We saw him in his prime. We saw him do something. We got the hint of how strong he was. What else is left for Hyogoro? I don't know. However, I still don't think he's going to die. I hope he dies. I hope he dies. I don't think he does. Right? But hopefully he does, just because of what it means to the story. But we'll see. We'll absolutely see. But guys, that's about it. I know we could definitely gush over Marco some more because Marco and everything he did, he's a right-hand commander, right? He has been slept on for so long, and based on what he's doing now, I am so proud and impressed by Marco. I love it. I love that people are coming around to see just how valuable and how strong Marco can be. So, shout out to him. But guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about all this? How do you feel about the chapter? We don't rate the chapters over here, but you guys, you can kind of tell sometimes, how I feel about a chapter. And this was another one that was really good. Marco showed out. So guys, give me your thoughts. Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAs. Follow me on Instagram at BragoDAs. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate all you guys so much. Guys, like, subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Peace.
okay. I start doubting me, I felt lost. I